Hello, everybody, and welcome to Love, Peace, Harmony Live. We are so excited to be here with you today with our very special guest, Malia Davidson. And Malia is one of our Love, Peace, Harmony field facilitators and serves in Hawaii and has so much wisdom to share with us, from Indigenous Hawaiian wisdom to the wisdom of love, peace, and harmony, and also as a global master teacher and healer through the Tao Academy with Dr. and Master Zhigong Sha. Malia also has an extraordinary wealth of experience serving in her community for decades and decades, as well as being a mother and a grandmother in her own life as well. And I want to welcome everyone. Thank you for being here and sharing. Good evening, Els. Hi, Maureen and Phoebe Cat. Welcome. And in North America and maybe other areas of the world, this weekend is what's known as Mother's Day. But as we may or may not know, we have the representation of a mother in many different ways in our life, through our spiritual mothers, through our universal mother, Earth, and through the mother that we hold inside, the qualities of our grandmothers, great-grandmothers, and so on. And so we're going to be connecting a little bit about this theme today, and also about love, peace, harmony in action. So without any further ado, let us welcome on Malia.
Aloha, good morning. Aloha, everyone.
Good morning, and we're so happy to have you here and just connect a little bit on the theme and just have some spontaneous conversation. You're someone that I know I look up to as a spiritual mother, as a physical mother. I remember the first time we met in Hawaii. It may have been in Toronto, but I remember specifically a time in Hawaii where I met you and your family. And I was just totally in awe of your dynamic and just like the wisdom everyone held and the beautiful way that you were with your family in that moment. And I felt like, wow, this is such a powerful representation of what I envision like a mother to be. And it was so grand, beyond even like our physical mothers. And I'd love to hear a little bit from you, from any way that kind of theme today sort of speaks to you and how you feel it shows up in your life, but also the collective.
Oh, thank you so much. First of all, thank you for inviting me to be on your show. It is humbling to be able to present information about being a mother, because I come from a long line of very strong women. So I think part of this theme is recognizing, as you said, that we have the mother in all of us, regardless of your gender, regardless of your gender, that we actually all start off as female when we're conceived. And so we have that quality that's in us already. And I'm really very fortunate to be able to also be surrounded by very strong men who have strong female characteristics. And what I mean by that too is that my last job before I started to work for Master Shah in the center was on the mountain, and I was surrounded by very powerful yet very loving and nurturing men. And during that time of my life, I had just lost my husband. And it was those men who kept taking care of me and my children. And they kept showing me what it was to be gentle, to have gentleness, even though these guys are walking 10 miles a day and they're putting up fence lines and they're hanging off cliffs, and they're going into helicopters with the doors off. These characteristics exist in both men and women, so we should never forget that. The other part of all of that too, for me, and I was just having this conversation with my son yesterday, because he's 18 and he's being faced with feminism. And he's like, Mom, what is this? And that part of that is he's confused about it, because Hawaiian women have always been very powerful in our culture. So we've had an equality to men. So he's kind of confused, like, why is the rest of the world have to think like that? Even though he knows history, he doesn't quite grasp it, because in his world, women have the same power. So whether we live in a modern day society or an ancient one, that this understanding that we live on Mother Earth. There's a reason why she's called Mother Earth. There's a reason why when we talk to our islands, we call her by her name, and we talk to Pele, the fire goddess, as if she's female. There's this mothering nature that we all have within us, and it's okay. You will also see in Hawaii another movement that it's kind of funny how this is all working out, but the LGBTQ, I think it's getting longer, but that movement is tapping into Hawaiian movement of Mahu. So in Hawaii, for ages, as long as I can remember, since I was little, there are mahu. So there are men who are raised as women, and their job is to make sure that the family is cared for. So they have the strength and the power of a man, physical strength, but they have the caring and nurturing and love of a female. So there is a great story that came from our last queen, Liliuokalani, about 3 mahu that came from beyond, and they were giant. And they brought these massive boulders that actually now sit in Waikiki on the island of Oahu. And these are magical rocks. And their job is to signify the importance of the strength of both male and female. So although I very much appreciate being celebrated on Mother's Day, and believe me, I have friends that do not let their family forget that it's Mother's Day, because there is great sacrifice that comes. But to me, it's investment. It's investment in our children. It's investment in each other. It's investment in community. It's investment in our islands, in our nations, in our world.
Wow, this is so powerful. And you reminded me of one day last year on Love, Peace, Harmony, Pride Live. We had one of the producers and directors of this short film about those rocks on. So I don't know if it's still live on our YouTube, but if it is, that would be really cool for everyone to check out, because it was this short film, but it was a really powerful story. And it's so beautiful to hear the interweaving of these movements. And also, like, it was so inspiring to hear about your son, and just like that in a way that concept wasn't even present for him, which to me is so inspiring. Like, it's so great to hear that there are people who like him who really it's so second nature to see that equality and to just see that levelness among everyone, that like it's not even a concept for him, which is so beautiful and really powerful to also just reflect on the qualities that we can hold no matter what our gender. And the qualities, I know Master Sha talks about like the qualities of Mother Earth being like so unconditional, and often connecting this also with the qualities of love, peace, and harmony. And I'd love to hear from you, like anything about your experience with love, peace, and harmony, like your experience with the song, or with the field, how you see that having impacted your life, your family, or anyone in your community as well.
That's a big one. That journey started 11 years ago. And I can tell you, so as a mother, we have a tendency to give everything that we have to the point of breaking. I was running a national scholarship program that was in the university and taking care of Native Hawaiians that were in school from associates to PhD degrees. And when you are representing people, especially an underserved people, you will do everything in your power to make sure that they are taken care of. I was going into my second burnout. The first burnout came from doing human rights work. And if you have ever engaged in human rights work, there's a lot of topics that can be taken care of, and you can never take care of them all because they're so huge. This second one was, I was nearing that brink of breaking again. And I'm welling up a little bit because I remember well how it is to be in that state and feeling like there's so much to do and there's not enough time, there's not enough energy to make it all happen. And many of you will understand this because male or female, it doesn't matter. We all engage in some way or another when we're passionate about something. And this is where love, peace, and harmony came into my life. This is where Master Sha came into my life. I did not meet him. My husband was a Hawaiian massage practitioner, a lomi lomi practitioner. And he was at work one day, and they worked all out in the open in the Hawaiian clinic that he worked in. And there was a woman who came into the clinic and said, "Here's my teacher." And she pulls out a book and she's like, shows it. And my brother was a practitioner there as well. So she goes beeline straight to my brother and says, "You need to come to see this teacher." And my husband is listening because my brother's getting an invitation. He's like, "Oh, wow, maybe we should go too." And that's how they all function, this group. And so I was brought this information. Never understood who Master Sha was at all. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Because in Hawaii, there's so many kinds of healers that come to Hawaii, and they all tout whatever that they do, and we're all cool about that. Like, good, right on, good for you. Because we have our own healers in Hawaii. And but I knew that I needed something. I had been praying for something to please help me to do a better job, to please help me not become jaded in my life, to help me have more energy. And to help me to raise my children in a way that I can continue to nurture them in the way that my people nurture their intellect, their wisdom, their natural gifts. And that was finding love, peace, and harmony. It was I literally wasn't going to go to this function because I was exhausted. And I had just been taking care of a whole bunch of Hawaiian scholars at night who were presenting their academic work for the first time. And I left my team in that moment, and they were like, "Wait, what? Where are you going?" "I have to go meet," it was a master teacher. "I have to go meet this person. I just know I have to go." And they're like, because I never went anywhere else. I always stuck to the plan. So I showed up, and that the Love, Peace, and Harmony CD was the very first thing that I was given. And it was handed to me like it was the most precious gift. And it became the most precious gift. because my husband had a tendency of testing everything. He tested everything, and he put the CD in the car the next day because he traveled all over. We had one child in preschool, we had one child in elementary school, one in intermediate, and one in high school. And they were like about a 50-mile gamut. Like he had to drive every day to take them all to school. And when you have children all different ages, they all fight for the front seat. They all want the same toys. They all want their own thing. And they also want the same thing. They want different things, but they want the same thing. And you know what happened when he played Love, Peace, and Harmony that very first time? Actually, it took like the whole week was like that. And he was just like, oh my God, this works. And I was like, what works? And he's just like, this music. Like, they're all calm. And they're all just like sitting there and doing their own thing. And they're not fighting. They're happy. And I was just like, no. So what did he do? He tested it the next day and the next day and the next day. And it continued to work. And you know what? When you're a parent and your children aren't arguing over silly things, you are the happiest being because you don't have to hear it all, and you can focus and be calm in yourself too. So that was my very, very first experience. And I noticed over time, over the years, how Love, Peace, and Harmony was not only impacting my children, it was impacting my consciousness. It was impacting the messages that I was telling myself. It helped my staff. It helped family members. I had a family member who had a stroke, and she could hear the music playing, and that actually helped heal her. So there are I have many, many stories. We can go on for hours. So, but just know, if you are new to this for the very first time, take the leap. Take the leap, because you have nothing to lose and you have everything to gain.
Wow, this was so powerful. Thank you, Malia, and really relatable too. Like the story, I was laughing so hard because I'm envisioning just like growing up as a kid and like what our road trips look like and just the chaos. And it's, it really
And your parents are going,
yeah, exactly. Like, oh my goodness. So this is a very powerful calling, and we want to invite everyone, like, you can listen to the song right away on YouTube. We're going to do a short little meditation now as well. And soon, we're hoping this year, stay tuned for more information about products that also play the song for your home, so that you can also have it in that way as well. So we're really excited about all that. It's been such a blessing to have you with us today. Is there anything else, like any final words or anything that you have for everyone here?
it's always good to honor your mother and start with the planet. Start with the planet. Give her your love and your attention, just as you would your own body needing to be fed every day, or you needing to be taking a shower every day. Give her the attention that she deserves, because she shelters us, she nurtures us, she feeds us, she clothes us, she gives us life. And when we recognize her in that way, then our lives will be much more flourishing and abundant. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak and to also be with you this morning.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Malia, for joining us. Thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha. This was Absolutely amazing. So moving to have Malia here with us. And please share in the chat, all of you that are here with us live or also on the recording. We would love to feel your experience as well and your feedback. Does any of this resonate? I'm sure many of us from our childhoods or with families may resonate with some of what was shared as well, and just all of the wisdom about connecting to Mother Earth. And we're going to take that now into our short practice, into our meditation. All of the wisdom that Malia has just shared with us, the insights, the perspective, we're going to take that into this meditation, into the field of love, peace, and harmony. So you can see behind me these calligraphies, they radiate out a frequency and vibration. The song of love, peace, and harmony radiates out a field of this message. And so when we connect to it, we have the potential to put our day, to put our life in a new trajectory, to shift our perspective, and also to share that love, to share that light out to those that we set the intention. So Sybil says, thank you so much for your inspiring story and messages, Malia. Aloha. Beautiful. Patricia, I play the Love, Peace, and Harmony song every day on YouTube. Yes, yes, yes. Amazing. Zakota, love this show. So inspiring. Yes. Shout out Zakota, who is one of our Love, Peace, Harmony team members. And it does such a great job putting everything together each week for many of our shows and our content. So we want to thank you everyone for being here. And we are now going to just take a few-minute pause for peace. I invite you to close your eyes. You could put one hand on your heart, one hand on your lower abdomen. And just inhale gently and naturally. Inhaling deep into your belly. And we want to invite everyone and everything that wishes to join us in this field of love, peace, and harmony. It could be literally those of you that are with us now, or those on an energetic level, on a spiritual level, to come and be with us in this field. Many of our physical mothers, we may know them and have them with us here on Mother Earth, or they may be in the soul world. We invite them here. Our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, all of our parents, even our fathers, our great-grandfathers, and so on. All of our ancestors, of course, Mother Earth and all of her inhabitants, and all the countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes. Anyone and everything. And we're going to simply today have a little silent meditation. I guide you wherever you are to now release any of our intentions to the field and just open your heart to receive. Make a request if you want in the chat or just silently in your heart, and release this request to the field as we silently enjoy and bask in this frequency and vibration of love, peace, and harmony. Just breathe naturally, completely relaxed as we listen to the song and feel the power of the Tao calligraphy field. And as you fully relax and open your heart to receive, I will trace this Tao calligraphy, which means love. I, which means love, as we relax and receive. Tracing for you, just relax and receive. as we bring this short meditation to a close, breathing in and out. Whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes. Beautiful. So take your time, bask in this field as long as you like. This recording will be posted so you can return to continue to receive the wisdom, to continue to connect to the field. And I thank you for joining. I'd also like to welcome you to share your experience of today, this meditation, in the chat, and anything about the whole session with Malia. And also, for those of you that wish to continue to connect to the field, you can go to lovepeaceharmony.org and you can join the donor recognition field. Now, for this monthly donation, you also will receive weekly practices that may very soon turn into daily practices, as well as other invitations. So it's a great value and it's an opportunity to contribute on a regular basis to all the activities of our foundation. As well, I want to invite you to donate for our project with Queen Tiambi to build clean wells in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Every single well brings clean water to over 6,000 people, children, families, and those who do not currently have access to clean water. For many of the young women in these communities, they spend every single day traveling hours upon hours, carrying extraordinarily heavy loads that can cause injuries, and this task causes them not to have the ability to attend school, which also impacts the long-term growth of these women and the community as a whole, and ultimately the world. So your contribution has such a huge impact. And we have committed through Dr. Master Jigong Shah and the Love, Peace, Harmony Foundation with Queen Tiambi and the Alikia Hope Foundation to fund at least 10 wells. So we are now on our third, and we are calling you to join us. And I'd also like to make a personal calling for you. If you work in a corporation, or if you own your own business, or are someone who facilitates large donations, I would like to personally connect with you about you sponsoring one of the wells. If you feel that you have the affordability to do that, then we would love to connect with you and look at you sponsoring a well, because there's incredible opportunity for collaboration, and it's a really exciting time. So I look forward to connecting with you about that. And you can always reach us at info@lphf.org. And you can always request to speak to me directly, Alexia Cito, if it's regarding that scale of donation. And I or someone from our team will be happy to support facilitating that. I would like to welcome everyone. I see good evening from South Africa, Queen Stander. Sybil is so grateful for this wonderful field. My heart filled with peace and gratitude, and deep gratitude for the calligraphies. Master Shah, beautiful. Thank you, Sybil, and thank you, everyone. Laval, very powerful, very overwhelming, amazing. Diana, love and gratitude. Beautiful. So thank you again so much, everyone. We want to thank our very special guest, Malia, for being with us, for sharing your love, your wisdom, these extraordinary stories. And we look forward to seeing you here again next week, and sending you all much love for a Love, Peace, and Harmony week. And I see Davon here from Bhutan. Amazing. Welcome and greetings from Bhutan. I love our global community. And Gudran, Thank you, Malia and Alexia. Beautiful. Thank you so much, and have a love, peace, harmony week, everyone. We will see you again